Okay, so I had to have a little break there. I ran out of battery on the camera. So I've made a few changes while I had the camera switching out the batteries and stuff like that. One of the things I wanted to show you then, okay, so we were looking at the permissions on like the index.html file. I just wanted to show you then, just like I said before, the owner of the file has read and write, the group, don't worry about the group, and the world has read permission. That's why we were able to look at the file. If I change the mode of the file, let's just say I take all -r on index.html, I'll be removing read permission from everybody. Now if I go back, again, I've made some changes to my index file. I appreciate the fact that it doesn't look quite the same as it did before the break there. If I go ahead, notice it says forbidden. You don't have permission to access student 315 index.html anymore. I just changed the permissions. If I change them back by adding all, oh by the way, actually let's do that. Let's list that file again. See how even the owner of the file no longer has read permission. If I tried to use VI to just open that file up, index.html permission denied. I can't even read my own file. Of course I can just change his permissions back and say like all gain read index.html. Now if I do that list command again, you can see that again I have read, the group has read, and the world has read. And in fact, if I go back over here and try to reload that file, now I get the index.html page back again. I also wanted to show you a little bit about links. We hadn't actually done anything about links. You know what I'm talking about here. I've added a few examples of links. Like here it says CNN, and if you click on that, you'll go to the page for CNN. If here it says the Weather Channel, you click here, you go to the web page for the Weather Channel. How did I do that? Well, again, we did a little bit of an example of this in the lecture part of it, but if I go back and take a look at my index.html file, see what I've done here? I have put some text, like the word CNN, or the words the Weather Channel, and around those texts I've used the A tag, which I think stands for address, and then I've modified it using what is the address I want it to go to. In this case, it's http://www.cnn.com, or http://weather.com. Right? Or I could skip the HTTP stuff and just put like the name of a page that I have. So for example, here I'm saying, click here to learn more about my research, and it's a link to a document called research.html with no http:// or any of that kind of stuff there. See, here inside my directory, I've created a second file called research.html. And if I go into research.html, you can see it's just another web page. Big, this page is about my research, little bit, /big. Okay, it's just a little silly placeholder page. But if I go back here then, if I click on the CNN, I get the CNN webpage. It takes me externally via an HTTP connection to CNN.com. If I click on the Weather Channel, it takes me to via an HTTP connection to the external website for the Weather Channel. And if I click here to learn about my research, it takes me to this page is about my research. shruggyj.dns.net student 315/research HTML. You can see where you could have a whole mess of documents hyperlinked to each other. The first one you'll go to by default is index.html, but you could have all kinds of web pages inside of here with different names linked to each other in interesting ways. Okay, so I think that gives you everything that you need in order to finish this assignment up. I think it's going to be a really interesting, my experience is this is one of the favorite assignments for most students. Please let me know if you have any questions. This has been Dr. John Schrage.